And I love seeing all the seats getting filled in here at Five Serve Forum. A loyal fan base here on a snowy night in Milwaukee. The tip. Mid-post touch for K-Mid. Kicks it back out to Grayson Allen. Bobby will get the first look. I said that's the sweetest sound out there.
He is playing well, knocking down those last 2 shots. A little bit of defense, too.
Yeah, takes it away, tries to cross over to Holiday, misses everything.
And I think that's very telling. To be able to come back in a game like that and to care enough to make a run. I think against a good team like Boston season, you would think they can certainly hold on to that and see what they can do. It's definitely concerning because he's been putting up 33 points per game the last 3, and he's been hot.
Joe Harris
taking a chance, throwing it to Brook, re-spacing the passer. Grayson got the ball back from Brook and knocked that down.
Yeah, and I love the unselfish play, right?
Drew came up, let that go. Chris shot that one. Good ball movement at times, but you can tell if there is a glimmer to let it go. The Bucks are shooting.
Bud had talked about that in the pregame, just increasing their pace of play. Bobby sort of tips it to himself to control that pass, and he's got his second field goal for 5 points.
Well, it's not just one version of scoring the ball or the defense knowing that's what they want. Shooting it from all over. You know, the game has evolved, and there's definitely more three-point shooting, but to see, you know, Joe Harris and a Seth Curry out there, Bridges in NBA history, out there for the Brooklyn Nets, and you got Milwaukee, who quietly is perhaps the most dangerous three-point shooting team in the league as we watch.
As soon as you touch the floor, something he says he'll use when he starts the games now.
A finger roll finish. Thank you, Zora, for Bobby Portis. Javon Carter misses his shot. I always like to see how motivated Javon is to play against Brooklyn, the franchise that waived him last year. Spin left, spin right, knock it down from the baseline for Bobby.
And there's a team you've been on, a team that cut you or traded you. You always want to play well against it. So he's out there definitely trying to do that tonight.
Coming off games where he went back-to-back 20-point games. Pull up 3. Bobby Portis, second chance points have been huge. Bobby's got 11 tonight. The Bucks got 10 in a second quarter this year. Who's been in and out of playing time. So Watanabe did not play in the last game against Houston. Factored into some playing time here tonight. How about Bobby Portis? He's been out of the lineup. His wife just welcomed our baby girl, Bobby Portis, from the corner. 3 threes to open up the second quarter. Bobby into the paint. Just his second miss of the night. Slow shooting start out of the gates here for Javon. Bobby again, pirouettes, but left it short. Taking nearly about 40 a game. Bobby leaking out, beautiful pass, touchdown, came into Bobby Portis.
Did you think it would be Bobby at this point? Who knows? If you think the second lead is going to be Grayson, it really could be anyone on any given night. It's been a big part of the Bucks' success.
Yeah, that's the beauty of this team, right? Sharp gets the and one.
He's taking advantage of the opportunity, getting those old legs loose.
Got some DMPs in the last 3, but he's making the most of his minutes here. Roster.
You know, and with Milwaukee, I do think it's a test. You see Chris knowing the game plan going under right there. Half, they're in control again, and Brooklyn hasn't made that push, so you got to keep pushing yourself. Yeah, good answer right there. And it just reminds you, though, it's just so hard to sustain 48 minutes of when you're hot, when you're making threes the way the Bucks were.
He's the only player that hadn't scored, but the Bucks have got some playing time. Wow. These two-way players between David Duke Jr. and Drew Smith are making the most of their playing time. Crowder drops it off to Bobby. He gets hammered on the dunk attempt. He hasn't scored yet in the second half after putting up 19 in the first.
Friday, the celebration of Wisconsin's most influential women in sports continues, including a special look at our very own Lisa Byington and Sophia Minner. Wisconsin Women of Influence Part 2, presented by UW Credit Union, Friday at 5 on Valley Sports Wisconsin.
masterclass for two.
Yeah, you gotta like it. He's just taking what the defense gives him. He knows he's at an advantage with the defense back.
Brooklyn Nets. Here comes Javon Carter. There's a lineup to get the Bucks going. This might be it. Bobby loses it though off the bounce. Sumner, quick pass over. Bobby out to PC. Catch it fired. But call the timeout. We'll see what the Bucks come up with it here. Touches over to Brook Lopez. 4-3. He's hit some big ones here in the second half. So gets the personal foul waved off. Gets his 8th block of the night.
Wow. And
the Bucks get possession. Bobby Portis goes glass. Lopez drops it to Bobby. Got that size advantage against Smith, who tries to poke it away. The turnaround. Don't play with Bobby.
And what an incredible job of patience. You saw great move.
And reserves who've whittled away at a 22-point advantage to make this one interesting. Bobby with the pump fake. Watanabe. Bobby's got season highs now in points. Make it 28. The points had to come some. 17, a career high for Drew Smith, a two-way player. Thomas fires. That one nearly went down. Another rebound for Brook Lopez. Give him 10. He's got a double-double. The 24 points, 10 rebounds, 9 blocks.